So a quick breakdown, the science of birth order, right? So the
Mm-hmm.
idea is that the oldest, you good?
Yeah,
The old,
I dropped
the
my
oldest
science.
tends to be the more responsible one, the leader, the rule follower, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the middle one is the one that is adaptable, the mediator, often overlooked, but also can be like super independent.
Mm-hmm.
And then the youngest tends to be the rebellious one, the attention seeking, and like the charming, charismatic one. Um, and then the one that you know all too well is the only child, which is like independent, mature, self directed. And these are
Perfect.
all, from what I understand, stereotypes.
Right.
Is that right? I
Beautiful.
don't I don't know if there's like this is actual science.
I have some science here, and so I spent a solid 40 minutes,
Yeah,
you
wow.
know, deep research.
Some real Google
Really,
searching.
yeah. And it wasn't just Google, it was also Instagram.
Bing.
And it was, yeah, and it
Instagram.
was also Yahoo and AOL.com. Um, how I summarized my thinking is that it's like there's definitely birth order research. It's out there. There's a lot
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
people are
Sure.
interested in it.
Hmm.
Um, when it comes to two areas, intelligence and career, the science is most easily replicable. So there's like seems to be the highest correlation or predictability between birth order and impacts on intelligence and career.
Interesting.
The um the most squidgy research seems to come from birth order and personality.
Yeah.
So um take that for what you will, but also the big takeaway was like all of this stuff is really interrelated to all sorts of other things. Like it doesn't matter as much your birth order if you were raised by a single mother, or it doesn't matter
Right.
so much your birth order if you like both your parents were imprisoned. Like, there's like so many factors that can go into impacting that.
Well,
But
when I think of birth order and siblings, I think the major influences are the siblings, not the parents.
but but if, for example, you maybe have a single parent, a
Hmm.
sibling can easily slide into a parental role, like an
Oh,
older,
okay.
so like it just the like impacts start to get switchy. So, but the two things I'll just say is that, um, a, a study done by the University of Illinois, shout out my former employer, 1,000 high school students were studied by a psychologist, Brent Roberts, and researcher Radhika Damian. They found that while firstborns do consistently have higher IQs, the differences were so small,
Hmm.
like that it doesn't really have an impact on your daily life. So they were like, yes, firstborns have a demonstrative, like a statistically significant higher uh, IQ, but that like over the course of a life, it's not going to make the difference between you being wildly successful or not. It's just like, sure, you have a couple points on your siblings.
Right.
Doesn't,
Okay.
so that's what they're saying is just like, yes, some of the stuff bears out, but
So there are some characteristics depending on where you fall in your sibling order, but it's not like personality horoscopes.
I think that it could also be like a self-fulfilling prophecy, and
Okay.
like
Yeah.
can also be like there
And
was a big
that's.
study between Japan and the
Hmm.
US, and
Hmm.
birth order trends were completely different
Yeah.
because of our Eastern Western like
So
ideologies.
cultural, it's different.
So I think that we should just say, within our cultural lens, like, like where we want to talk about this is, yes, very like horoscopy, very like,
Hmm.
let's talk about the vibes of siblings, because people will probably see some relatable things in this,
Which
regardless
is
of whether
notable.
there's science.